you're going to stand in front of the judge.
Really? It's police issues and everything.
Exactly. You cannot change from waitress to waitress. You have to, or he's gonna terminate me.
And that's when he gave you a...
First of all, when you want to change your sponsorship, let me advise you. In 1 year, I felt like I should change my sponsorship. That's when I started this story of changing my sponsorship.
Because you were fed up.
Because I was, it's enough. Enough is enough. So let me tell you, you have to spend the whole 2 years complete. Then after that, you find your sponsor, like another company that's going to accept you. It's willing to accept, no matter how the situation will be. So you have to be patient too, because it needs somebody to be patient, because it might take you like almost an year to change your sponsorship. So I had to pass through some challenges. So I guess maybe we can talk.
You had to pass like challenges of maybe, because how long was your contract? When you were signing your contract, I want to know how long was it? Because some contracts, some people, maybe it's 5 years. So maybe yours was 2 years, but your sponsor still didn't want to leave you.
Yeah, it was visa.
The visa,
The visa is 5
How long
years.
was your visa? 5 years.
Yeah,
Mostly
5 years.
visas are always 5 years.
Yeah.
But the contract that you
2
signed
years.
was 2 years.
Yes.
So your contract was done.
Yeah, it was done.
And your company didn't want to give you an NO. So there is this something called, because she wanted to transfer to another company to work with a different company. Is in Qatar, if you come to work, maybe for example in a company, let's say for example a security company, or you came to work as a waitress in a restaurant. If you want to transfer, maybe you are working in a restaurant and you want to transfer to a security company, there is these two companies, they have to come together, and then the company that you're working with, they will give you something called no objection letter. It's called NOC, right?
Yes, yeah.
They will give you an NOC. So this NOC, it shows that they have no problem of you transferring to a different company. You have finished your contract, and that's why I'm saying, guys, you need to finish your contract if you really want to transfer. So they will see that we have worked with this person. Even if they are a good company, they can give you a nice recommendation to the other company.
Exactly.
So this NOC, once they give you the NOC, and then maybe you've been looking for another job somewhere else, you will take that NOC, because that company will always have to ask you for the NOC from your company. And then you'll take this NOC to them, and then they will go to the labor, and then that's how they will swipe. They will swap the sponsorship to you, I don't know if you get that, guys. So that's how it's supposed to work. But for her case, she could not do it.
Yeah.
Her company could not give her NOC. They could not allow her. They told her, you have to go back to your country. We are the ones who brought you here, and this is our rules. You signed these rules, so we cannot do anything. So she was left with an option of maybe staying with that company or going back to Kenya. But you didn't want to go back to Kenya,
no,
right?
I didn't. I just wanted to.
You wanted to stay in Qatar and get a job.
Yeah.
So during that period that you were struggling with your sponsor to give you an NOC, because I know the only thing you were struggling with your sponsor was to get the NOC for you to allow you to go to another company. During that period, did you try to look for other jobs? Were you getting jobs, and then these jobs were asking you for an NOC, or?
Yeah, I did. Most of these companies, they ask you for an NOC, but if they don't hear you don't have an NOC, they just leave you.
They just leave you.
Yeah. But let me tell you, if you want to change your sponsorship, if you want to change from waitress, you cannot change from waitress to waitress. You have to look for another occupation. It's either from waitress to secretary or receptionist or any, but don't change waitress, security. It is not even allowed.
It's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not.
How did you get to know this? Like when
I was told.
You were told.
Yeah, when I was changing.
When you are changing.
Yeah, because I was trying to. First of all, when I went to a company, the first company, they were willing to change me, but I was changing from waitress because this company, it was a hospitality. From waitress to waitress, they told me even if we tried, we cannot.
Yeah, you have to get something new I didn't know.
Yeah, it's true.
So if you want to if let's say for example I'm a waitress, I'm working with this company as a waitress, and maybe for instance I want to go to work with another company, and they are willing to give me a job but also as a waitress. So for me to transfer to this company, it won't be possible.
No.
I have to be looking for maybe something else, like a receptionist or something, and that will be easier.
Yeah, the reason behind that, because this other company will feel like you're taking their services to the other company, so they'll feel challenged, as if it's confidential. Even in the Qatar
Rules, Qatar, yeah.
the Qatar laws, it's confidential, so they cannot. It's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what we are. Okay. So, but did you manage to get a job? Maybe was there any company that was willing to transfer you, or was willing to take you to them?
Yeah. They were with me all through, even when I received a runaway.
So how did you manage to get, guys? I know this video will be long, but this is a very, very interesting video. I know there are so many people struggling with this.
Yeah.
Maybe you are a very good person, and maybe because you just want to, everyone wants to grow, you know. Everyone wants to grow, and maybe your company doesn't want to give you a transfer, and then they always get issues with you. And I know one lady who had the same case as her. The sponsor had to put a runaway case for her, so it was a struggle because you have to go through police issues and everything.
Exactly true. So
guys, this video might be very long, so in case this will be a part 1, make sure you watch a part 2, because now she will explain to us how her sponsor or whatever happened with her company that they gave her a runaway case. Because I really want to know, because I know if you have a runaway case, most of the time you have to go back to your country.
Yeah, you have to be deported.
You have to be deported.
You are deported.
You have to be deported. But she managed to just move out of her company and go to a different company. So guys, Nemo, please tell us what made did you try to confront your sponsor and tell her that, or tell him you want to transfer to a different company? What did he say?
Yeah, I told him I want to change, I want to
get another job.
Yeah, please help me with that. NOC. He said,
NOC.
Yeah, he can't give NOC. This company, it doesn't give NOC. It's illegal. It's not allowed. So I should go back to my country and come back with the other company's visa. So that's when they felt like I'm trying to do.
They feel like
I'm trying to change my sponsorship. So they started.
Because you are like tired. I know you are like fed up. Like enough is enough. I want to leave this company. No matter what, I'm leaving this company. So your company felt like, oh no, we will not allow you. Either you go back to your country, but we're not giving you an NOC.
Yeah.
And you try to force it, and then that's when they gave you a runaway case.
Yes.
But you are not working as a house girl or something.
No, I never worked as a house girl.
Because she worked in FIFA, she worked in World Cup.
Yeah.
Her company is a supply company where they take people to different places, guys. So don't get her wrong. She was not working in a house. I don't want to see questions about, was she a housemaid? No, she was not a housemaid. Some companies, that's what they do. When they see that they cannot give you an NOC and you are fighting with them to get the NOC, they just put for you a runaway case. Because I think at some point you told me you stopped working. You didn't go to work.
They stopped me from working for around 1 week, and they held my salary. So when they hold your salary, you have a right to complain. You go to the ministry and file a complaint. That's what I had to do, because it was getting now.
Was the ministry able to help you? Were they able to help you?
Not really, but they took action by sending me a message and following up. But at least that is helping, yeah.
So after that 1 week, did your sponsor bring you back to work or something?
Yeah, after he saw that I have gotten a rejection, he returned me back to work and told me if I try that again, he's gonna deport me or he's gonna terminate me.
And that's when he gave you a runaway case.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Your situation
you will also receive threats from if you're trying to change He's going to threaten you. He's going to give you threats. Oh, I'm going to make sure you don't come back to any Gulf country. Don't stand by your word. If you
Because most people don't know their rights. Because once you don't know your rights, because we have rights here. Qatar is a very beautiful country, and there is law, and we have rights in this country.
Yeah.
First, that's why I always tell people, when you come to this country, first get to understand the rules, laws, everything. We have rights. Mind you guys, even if you come here and your sponsor takes your passport, you have the right to have your passport.
Yes.
Because that was a law which was passed. I cannot remember when. I think when I was new in this country, that was a law was passed. Everyone has to have their own passport. So we have rights. You have to learn and know your rights. Once you know your right, you can have a smooth, like, you know, you can have a
smooth life.
Life in this country. So I just want to know, when you are getting different jobs and you are trying to transfer, your sponsor dictated that you are trying to change sponsorship, because he refused to give you an NOC, so you tried to go a different way. So that's when he gave you a runaway case, and then you could not do anything, because this is a police case, I think. At some point, did you go to police or something? Did you find yourself in police?
No, I never went to the police, but I was given I went to the court.
Oh, you went to the court?
So when you are given a date, first of all, when you find a message, there is a message you're going to be sent by SGC, Supreme Judiciary, something like that. When you receive that message, follow up. Go to the CID. They are going to give you a document. That is the day of the court when you're going to go to the court, because they cannot
follow up with your issue.
Yeah, they cannot follow up with their issue until the day for the court. Yeah. So when you receive that day, when you go to that day, you're going to go to court. There are so many people there with so many cases.
How are the courts here, by the way?
It's the same as our country.
It's like you have a case.
Yeah. But you're going to stand in front of the judge.
Really? It's just same thing, like, wow.
And there are going to be two people who are going to call your name.
Do you have to have a lawyer?
No. And then, you might know if it's not that serious.
It's not that necessary, right?
Yeah. Then you're going to have your translator. Somebody is going to translate to you from English to Arabic, from Arabic to English, from Hindi. He knows Hindi, almost all the languages.
And do you have to pay that person?
No.
Like
the best thing about this country is that you don't pay anything. You just have to stand by your word. If you have any proof, carry all the documents, all of them. They don't ask you for any money. So I went there in front of the judge. He asked me, why did the sponsor give you a runaway case? I told him, no, I don't have any issue with the sponsor. He gave me a runaway case because I wanted to change my sponsor. She asked you, do you have any proof about you still live in the accommodation, or you still work with them? You give out the proof, the documents, if you have.
Maybe even take pictures.
Yeah, take pictures, everything. The timesheet. Make sure even if he makes you stay in the accommodation for 1 week, make sure you have the proof. Either you go to that workstation, you take a photo of you show the judge you logged in. So that's how it is. Then the judge will ask you, what do you want? That's when you
start expressing yourself, and they can see how they can help you.
Yeah. So the judge will ask you what you want. Then you say you want to change your sponsorship, you want to go home, you want to do. Yeah, he's going to listen to you. That's the best thing about that judge.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did they manage to help you?
Yeah, they did. Actually, they played a very big part. So when you answer them, they're going to tell you, okay, you can go to the reception.
Okay.
Yeah.
To wait.
Yeah, when you go to the reception, he's going to tell you come after how many days, after 3 days, after 1 week, so that they can do some research. Even them, they need to follow up and check if it's true you're saying or it's a lie.
And during this time, I want to know, because this is very important. During this time, that you're going to the court and following up, and the judges are, you know, trying to help you. Is there any, do they try to reach your sponsor or something? Because, you know, when
Yeah.
they reach their sponsor, your sponsor can turn the, because I know somebody who had the same situation. The sponsor kept on changing the story in Arabic. So once he goes there, he talks in Arabic, so you know, you get mixed up. Did this court
Okay.
try to be on your side, like listen to you? Were they
Okay.
calling your sponsor or something?
Okay, first of all, the sponsor is the one who filed the case. When he filed a case, so he's supposed to be at court too and say, I filed a case because he did this and this. If he doesn't show up, they are going to give the sponsor another chance. If he doesn't show up again,
Twice.
yeah, meaning he's the one at fault.
Yeah.
So
Did
why
he show up?
No, he didn't.
First time he didn't show up.
He didn't show up. So
Second
that,
time he
no,
didn't show up.
I didn't go. I went to court only once. They felt like they should see what's the reason. If it's a runaway case, the sponsor doesn't have to come. For house girls, the sponsor must come.
If you're a
Yeah.
house girl, your sponsor has to be.
He has
on-
to be.
He has to be there.
Yeah, he has to be there. Or maybe if he doesn't come, you just show up that day. When you are told to come to that day of the court, you just show up. When you show up, make sure you fight for yourself. Tell the judge, these people are not treating me right. I want to go home, or you want to stay here. That's how it's supposed to be. The judge will listen to you. That's the good thing about the judge.
Because this is a very interesting story. I'm sure a lot of you are going through this, especially this is somebody who has a runaway case, and
Yeah.
she managed, you can see she said she went through court, she was fighting with her sponsor and all those things. So this is something I'm sure a lot of you are going through, but it can be a help. You never know. Even me, I'm so curious. I want to know what happened at the end. How did she manage to get out of that runaway case and all that? So Nemo, I want to know, from the court and everything, is that when you started getting help, or how did it go?